I'm very excited. I think I'm almost positive that almost all of these fights are going to depend on how well Judgment and the Hunt are used, and if they're able to kill Falstad before he can dash away. Falstad is almost the entirety of the damage. Kerrigan's nice, but Kerrigan's melee, which means she's going to die. But it's a very, very strong combo on the side of mousesports here.
Well, we'll wait to see how this does go through. So we've got Araji on Tyrael. On Arthas, we do of course have Freds. On Tychus, Shinobu, and Ace of Spades representing Rhaegar. And Illidan, we do have Lol. And who do we have over on mousesports?
On mousesports, in the top lane, we have Carrion on the Brightwing. We have Starzerg on the Kerrigan. Very, very convenient there. Fabio is on the Anubrak, which is his most leveled hero. Currently having hair problems, we have Ali on the Tassadar. And in the bot lane, we have Cookie on the Falstad. And the hair problem fixed itself. Did you see that?
I did. It got a little bit confused.
Yeah, it was the wrong side of his body. That was interesting. I liked it. But, oh god, we're going to see it. Who's going to get caught? Freds is going to get caught!
Nice little catch there. Immediately the spikes come up. Freds tries to go for the ice block, ice route, but it's not going to be... But it's going to be enough, actually. He manages to get away. Quite lucky there.
Indeed, the ice block missed, but it's just the fact that Arthas is so tanky. Just going to use this opportunity to go B. Not in a huge amount of danger. Everyone's going to get to lanes in time to get most of their XP. Tychus might be a little late, but no one's missing out on too much. Lowell just currently waiting for Arthas to get back. Moving up towards what the easy camp by the looks of it. Just deciding whether or not he wants to go there first. No, he's just going to go down and meet up with Arthas, aka Freds.
We're going to have a very interesting top lane right here with Rhaegar up against Brightwing. Both of them going to be playing it pretty safe there. In the center, the Tassadar versus the Tyrael. How do you reckon this lane is going to be going?
I don't think it will. I think they will just lane until that someone tries to gank.
Just wait it out.
Yep, just wait it out, because you can't kill a Tassadar in lane unless you stun him or root him. So there's no way that Tyrael can get him. Cookie, on the other hand, in the bot lane, has already been driven back. He's used his fountain, which means if he gets ganked now, he's in a lot of danger. And we may, in fact, we do see Arthas and Illidan waiting there, but we also see Starzerg and Fabio sneaking in.
Bear in mind, they did just take the Siege Giants. They're moving forward.
Oh, and they got the stun!
Tychus is down! Massive engagement for mousesports immediately. We've got Illidan there as well, but three members of mousesports are just waiting through. MYI not taking a nice trade there. They lose first blood.
They lose first blood. So well played there by mousesports, sneaking in through the lane. They didn't bother going in the top. That's the obvious place to gank. Who wants to gank there? And instead, they wait for their opportunity, go in on the Shinobu, and just picked him off so quickly. Very nice route there.
So we do still have a nice little wave coming through here. Arthas and Illidan could be running into some problem, friends.
Not again!
Nice double stun coming through here. Illidan trying to back away. Is he going to be able to get out? Will be able to survive thanks to Arthas getting a great ice route.
Indeed, but now Araragi has made his way down. The fight begins. Envenom is used on Starzerg. Starzerg being dropped low. The shield has been activated because Tassadar, the healing ward, keeps Araragi alive. That was so close. Starzerg able to back out, and that is now 1-0 in terms of kills. That was an amazing save there by Ali. Good job saving Starzerg.
That save was absolutely incredible. Ali just playing Tassadar incredibly well. Also body blocking as well beautifully. So now it is a slight advantage here for mousesports in terms of the level. Only about half a level, nothing crazy. But in comes the tribute. Illidan's already there. But of course with the Tassadar, with the storms, there's going to be a lot of interrupts.
Going to be a lot of interrupts indeed, but it looks like they've gained control. And Farsight comes down from Ace of Spades there, which was his tier 2 talent. And they're not really... The entirety of mousesports didn't really bother. They're just going to hover around and let MYI take this tribute in exchange for just a bit of level.
Anubrak is just moving up towards the top lane. Rhaegar could be running into a bit of problems with Kerrigan here as well. Brightwing just playing it nice and safe back. Rhaegar just waiting in the brush though. Doesn't want to get caught too badly. Ooh, nice dodge.
Easy dodges. Easy mode by Ace of Spades there. Just dodging everything there. Very nice.
Bear in mind, my Insanity did just take the Knight camp, and they're moving in to take the Siege Giants as well. That's Arthas and Illidan roaming. Rhaegar needs to be a bit careful. Gets caught by Kerrigan, but able to survive, and Nubarak tries to follow up.
Rhaegar, very hard to gank, because he has the instant transformation into his mount. Oh, here we go. Bushwhacking, and Starzer gets caught. Envenom is popped by a Freds there. Starzer goes down. Fabio will escape. Oh, maybe not. It needs the deep tunnel out of there. Nice body block there from Lau. Down goes Fabio as well. And in the bot lane, we can also see Shinobu chasing out Cookie, which means that this tribute will be theirs unless Cookie can pull off something. There's no way Tassadar or Brightwing are coming down to help with this. And here comes the rest of MYI. Just going to drive this away. Nice fly away there by the Falstad. Just going to help take the hard camp and giving up completely on that tribute. And in the meantime, MYI just going to take this golem.
And this is very strategic play out of MYI. They've always been going for this golem the second they get map control, and it's paying off for them very well. The Grave Golem pushing along bot lane gives them a lot of map presence, and factoring in that they only need one more tribute to curse mousesports, that map pressure is going to be vital for them.
Exactly, and they've actually managed to even up the XP count a bit as well with those 2 kills and these mercenaries. Fabio gets rooted. Incredible shot there from Freds. You're on the wrong side of the wall there, Freds. There we go. There's the flip. And he's going to be able to get out alive unless he's not careful, and Cookie is able to pick him off there. But very nice kill there by MYI.
Of course, this Grave Golem is still getting up a lot of pressure. We do have Shinobu moving forward with Kerrigan. Should be able to secure the kill onto Tychus, able to take him down. Arthur's taking quite a bit of damage. The Falstad and Kerrigan combo dealing a lot of damage. The attempt for the body block is successful.
Indeed, Freds was not able to get away there. He got the ice down, but just wasn't able to stop it. He just got completely picked off. Very nice play here. Real good use of Kerrigan by Starzerg. Really living up to the name of being the star player on a Zerg character.
So a couple of attempts to block out this tribute being gathered. My Insanity do have their players moving on up, but there's currently 4 against 3 here in favor of mousesports. Kerrigan going for this nicely. Tyrael having to back away. The tribute has been picked up by mousesports. There's the shotgun. Oh, nice shot there. Tyrael is going to go down. Rhaegar is taking quite a bit of damage, but Kerrigan will die. Fabio running into problems. He gets picked off, and that's a 2-for-1 in favor of My Insanity for the moment. Are they going to be able to get more?
That was easily going to be a 2-for-2, but incredible reactions there by Lowell, taking the Metamorphosis ult instead of the Hunt, and he was able to transform himself the instant before he died, saving himself and allowing him to pick up the kill. Very well played there.
So now, again, My Insanity gain a bit of control of the map. They're going to be picking up the Siege Giants in the top lane. And it's all going to come down to probably the next tribute or perhaps 2. If My Insanity is able to secure it, they curse mousesports, and that could give them a lot of power to start pushing through. Especially with these Siege Giants and Mercs camps being captured, they don't have too much longer till they could grab their Knights either.
Yep, so while the tribute has come up, it is in the top lane, so everyone's heading up there. Just quickly before we fight, let's have a look at some of the ults we will be seeing in this team fight. Most of mousesports are down. The only ones that are up are Archon and Emerald Wind on the Brightwing, so they can CC them away from this, but MYI have all of their ults at the moment. Judgment is just about to come up.
Falstad and Numberak aren't there. This tribute should get taken by mousesports now. They've got the clear sight, but
there's the Emerald Wind. That's a good pushback. Very nice CC. But now Lowell is going on to Sars. Cookie has come in. Everyone is here. Now there's the Shotgun Ore. Only it's Ace of Spades. We haven't seen Ancestral Healing yet, I don't think. So we can still see that to try and save someone's life. Everyone is trying to get into position here. And the positioning is actually looking pretty good for Mousesports. But Shinobu has just come in. Metamorphosis does pop. Where is the Ancestral Healing? It's not even needed yet. There's the Ancestral Healing onto Lowell. Lowell can now go full ham. Gets healed up to full. And now, MYI just going to back out. No one died, but Mousesports looking pretty low there.
Yeah, a lot of their team running a bit low on health. A couple of healing fountains have been used. Kerrigan running into danger. Again, Arthur's and Tyrael not being afraid to move forward, but this has allowed Illidan to grab that tribute, curse Mousesports, and now they need to be defending against this map objective.
Exactly, and because of this, MYI realised the majority of Mousesports are in that top lane and are going to take full advantage, going for the mid lane, trying to get Cookie. Nice body block there by Lal, and down goes Cookie. And down will go this fort in the middle lane as well.
It's now 5v4. Mousesports, they can't really do anything to engage here. If they do, they're in a huge risk of this team fight. 5v4 isn't a trade you want to be taking. There goes the ice through. Kerrigan is trying to engage. It's going to be a tough fight. Already we've got Kerrigan getting taken down. Falstad still dead, not yet alive. And of course this means the fort gets taken out. 2 kills for My Insanity. That's a big boost to experience for their team.
That was a very nice Emerald win there by Carrion, which basically saved the rest of Carrion's teammates, but it just wasn't enough to deal with Kerrigan, who, like I pointed out earlier, a melee character just wasn't able to deal with just the sheer amount of damage that MYI were able to put down in that engagement.
Now, MYI, Mindsanity, they're doing just such a phenomenal job of going for these good team fights, taking objectives, and then backing out and grabbing Merc cams. They've got Knights again, their Grave Golem is up in 25 seconds. This map control, knowing when they're safe to do this, is causing just a lot of trouble for mousesports, because they're always playing reactively as opposed to dictating the pace of this match.
I agree, and there's one thing I would like to point out that's very, very important in this game, and that is that Falstad took Gathering Power. A very good ability. Falstad has died a bit. And by died, I mean he has just died and lost any and all stacks he has gained up to this point. Falstad is back to square one in terms of any bonus damage he will be getting, which is really, really bad for the situation he is in.
We've got a little bit of posturing coming through here. Unfortunately, we do see that again, Brightwing gets a little bit caught out of position, able to back away. The rest of mousesports coming in from the bottom. Shock and Awe going to get a lot of my insanity, but is it going to be enough? MYI starting to lose people. Tyrael, Arthas, they're dead. Brightwing will finally go down, as will Tassadar. This is a close fight with now, of course, Falstad dying. This is going to be a 3-for-2, maybe more.
Lowell doing an incredible job there, picking up two people. His Metamorphosis, though, is now down, gets stunned, going on to Starzo, picks him off, and Fabio, the only one left alive. Lowell will easily be able to pick that up, leaps over the knock-up, and takes it down, and it is a 5-for-3 in favour of MYI. They're going to mount up. They will likely take... No, they won't take this boss. They have too few people down. They're just going to move around to their minions, push up this lane, and take top fort as well. Incredible play there. Nice ancestral healing by that Rhaegar during that fight as well. Just incredible play overall.
Illidan didn't have to trigger his Metamorphosis either, so he does still have that available.
Oh no, he did use it. It's just a really short cooldown.
Oh, did he use it? I didn't actually notice. Okay, so fair enough, he did use it. But now, this is really starting to put a bit of a downer on mousesports' position. They're down by around a level in game. They're down by 2 forts, which is actually going to become quite substantial, and tributes are going to start spawning again shortly. Or they might go Grave Golem.
Well, the tribute has just spawned, so MYI already have 3 people in the area of this, whereas mousesports just going to ignore it. It's not going to cost them another curse yet. Like you said earlier, they're just going to go for their Grave Golem.
Of course, we do have MYI down getting that tribute. They can also grab the Grave Golem too if need be. But pushing through, or pushing back these Siege Giants, I'd still say the Mindsanity are in a nice position in this game. They're not stomping or super far ahead, but their team fighting is just looking solid.
This is true, and it looks like we may see another team fight. Brightwing just teleported in. They are ready. They're moving back round. There's the knock-up onto Illidan if they want to go in, but it just doesn't look like mousesports want to do it. Even when they were on their own watchtower with their own vision, they just don't want to risk it.
It's a dangerous fight for them. They want to take a fight on their terms. Oh, a little bit of hiding in the bush coming on down.
Oh, no.
mousesports needs to be careful. This could be a 5-man flank. Brightwing.
Oh, good Oracle. Good Oracle by Tassadar. They're seeing everything, but they were still too pushed up. Starzerg taking the damage, gets rooted. Shock and Awe goes down. Lowell dropping low, but metamorphosizes to full health again. Ancestral healing goes down, and this is not looking good.
mousesports staying alive for the moment. Kerrigan finally falling. Playing a bit of a lucky game there, staying up as long as she did, but it's still a 2-for-2 at the moment. Rhaegar is getting exceptionally low, will get taken out by that fort. Falstad, though, incredibly low, gonna die, and really, it's not gonna be anything that can be done by El or
Fred's is dead. Fred's died too. That's a 4 for what? That's a 4-for-3.
Okay, I wasn't expecting Fred's to go down.
Yeah, he decided it would be a good idea to stand about here instead of walking to here that would be out of fort range.
Forts OP, nerf forts.
Agreed. And Shinobu gonna get the tribute for it. They're now 1 away from a curse. Not a terrible engagement, but it does even up the XP a bit.
I'd say actually that's still favourable for my insanity in a lot of ways because of the fact that they got the tribute. It means that that next tribute is so vital for mousesports. They've got to fight it, which basically means that My Insanity can guarantee a team fight if they want on their terms, and the pressure is really applied onto the red team. If mousesports, there's not really much else they can do. They're going to be grabbing the night camp, but again, that's not huge pressure.
This is very true. And I'd like to point out something. If we have a look over here at red team taking their hard camp, they are just killing it normally, but they do have a double bribe comp with Falstad and Brightwing here, which means that they can take camps a lot quicker. But because they're now in so many team fights and away from lanes for so long, they're not able to stack the bribe stacks anymore, which means they have a level 1 talent that isn't really getting much use anymore.
Another fort getting taken down there. That's 2,000 experience going to My Insanity on the blue side. And they've still got that Grave Golem. Full health, pushing forward. And it's going to be a tough hold.
It's going to be a tough hold, especially now that the Tribute has spawned. And due to that watchdown, it is very, very obvious that MYI are going for it.
Yeah, grabbing that Tribute, of course, is going to curse mousesports. They've got their full attention on the Grave Golem, though. They have to. So, again, My Insanity just really controlling the mercenaries to gain the map control, to gain the map objectives. It's the triple combo, and it's really just allowing them to get and stay ahead.
This is very true. Fabio looking for opportunities to try and interrupt this, but he's now run into the entirety of MYI and decided that this is less of a good idea than he originally thought, retreating back to his base with the rest of his team.
So, of course, all these lanes going to be pushing now already. Mid and Bob very far pushed. Top is getting quite a good wave through. And it looks like MYI going to be following this in. What does mousesports do?
The mousesports literally have to wait for this gate to go down. They can't really engage through their own gate. The gate will go down eventually. Fabio is actually pushing out a bit far here. Could get caught off very easily here, but he's not the character that MYI want to focus here. But mousesports, if they wanted a good fight, they had to wait for their gate to come down. And MYI, very smart. They're pulling back, getting ready to possibly go for other lanes. But they were going to see if mousesports had the guts to come out of their base. Turns out they don't, so they're just going to come back in anyway and continue the push. But they are trying to bait mousesports out of their base at this point to pick people off.
The nice thing for mousesports is they grabbed the Siege Giants bot lane, which has stopped that pushing. Top is making some progress, but it's nothing exceptional. Only 10 seconds of curse left. And I'd say mousesports have done a very, very good job of holding this and minimizing the damage that they potentially could have taken just by being very controlled and strategic in their positioning.
Indeed, they were very, very patient. MYI realised there wasn't too much for them to do on the map. There are camps that they can take when the curse is over anyway, so they wanted to try and force a team fight while they could. But mousesports realised that was the case. They realised their lanes weren't actually doing too terribly, even though they were cursed. So they just let it happen. They let the curse run out and just refused to fall into MYI's bait. And now that the curse is over, they're outside their base, they're active on the map, they're going to kill off these Knights straight away and get ready for a team fight.
Bear in mind that the level difference is really getting a lot closer. Still 19 to 18. Kerrigan gets caught. Shock and Awe coming on through from Falstead at the back. Big damage coming in from multiple angles. The Odin being caught through from Shinobu. Is it going to be enough? Kerrigan already dead. That means it's 5 on 4. mousesports soon to lose Tassadar. He tries to back on out but will die. There's 3 dead. Falstead frantically trying to retreat, but Anubarak will be the 4th man down. Great team fight for My Insanity there, and they've got a lot of momentum with those 45-50 second death timers.
This is very true, and they're just going to push through. I will be amazed if they don't get a keep from this. Falstad not going to be able to do it, not going to be able to stop this. We may even see another engage onto Falstad. Currently, the only ult up is Metamorphosis, so we won't see that too often. In fact, no, it's not even going to see Metamorphosis anymore because he's taken the upgrade to it, so he stays permanently in his demonic form next time he pops it. So yeah, we will see it one more time when he needs to pop it.
Can they just end here? Kerrigan's up in 3 seconds, but there's 10 seconds plus for the other 3 members. It's 2 versus 5. The core is just being focused.
Illidan has another health bar here, so even if they're able to kill this off, Illidan can just transform like he did there, another pretty much full health bar, and is able to take down the core.
Well, a very, very nice victory there for My Insanity. Things started off pretty close, but as we've seen in their previous games, it's just snowballing, building momentum, and their team fight and map control is just sensational. Their ability to go for a push, get a good team fight, but it's what they do after that. They're so coordinated. They grab the merc camps, they then follow up by grabbing map objectives, and they utilize all 3 to, again, just set themselves up nicely for another team fight.
Like, I could not agree with you more. MYI, even though we've seen in the past, we've seen them like twice now, losing early game fights. They aren't a perfect team. They get picked on a bit in the early game. But once you get to the late game and they get in their stride, they're just this objective, kill the enemy team, get all the rest of the objectives, move back. There's no point in pushing yet because we can't push because they're all up now. They're just always making the right decision. We've only saw them, I think, lose one full team fight in that entire game.
And I think the big thing about what they're doing, though, is it's just coming into their own position of where they want to do. What they're getting caught out in the early game, from what I've seen from their matches tonight, is that they just get caught out of position. Their roaming pair don't always get in the right spot, and they get kind of counter-ganked, which is causing them the problems. But as you said, once they start being able to get into their flow, and their flow really is about the map control, merc and objective control, once they can utilize those factors in the later stages, so good. But as we said previously, Techa, who was your MVP of this game? Who has the most improvement to make?
MVP, Lowell. 100% Lowell. Because that was incredible. His metamorphosis on point, saving his life so many times because you're invulnerable during the transformation. You get extra health when you're in it, and the the damage he was doing, he picked off so many people there. And the person who I'd say maybe could have done a bit of a better job, as much as it's, I think, might be just because of the hero they were playing, I think Starzerg on Kerrigan could have been maybe a little bit more careful on some of the engagements that they chose.
I think the trouble for Starzerg on Kerrigan was just that early game Kerrigan was damn good. I'd argue that for the first half of that match, Starzerg would have MVP of the entire game.
I would agree.
Those grabs, just fantastic stuns. So later on, Kerrigan, a melee assassin, very squishy, no real escapes, and suddenly if you get caught out of position, you're dead, and that's what really happened. I'd say, just all in all, both teams played very solidly, just in very different styles of the game. It was MyInsanity's ability, though, just to bring in the late game, bring in the team fights, bring in the objectives, allowed them to win so effectively. So, that is it for the semi-finals. Do we know who won in the other semi-final? Which
We
again
do
was
not. It is still happening.
And it's an amazing matchup. Playing with Pain is Pain, and up against Fast Forward. Which way do you reckon that's going to go? Because I know we were talking about it with the teams in the lobby before we actually started on this semi-final, and there was votes for both sides.
I reckon it will be Fast Forward. I reckon Fast Forward will take it, and we'll see basically the exact same teams who we saw in last ESL's finals. But Playing with Pain are a pretty solid team, and I do like Pain. He's a nice guy, very entertaining. But Fast Forward are just so solid in their play. Like last time we ended up casting them, just solid all the way through, very entertaining. So yeah, I think it will be a Fast Forward MyInsanity finals.
Well, we'll be finding out whether that comes through or not. Of course, we're going to go to a short break just while we wait for that final to take place. If you've got any feedback, this is my first Heroes of the Storm live cast. It's my first time observing and stuff like that. So drop me some messages in the chat, any feedback, or tweet at me. Also, make sure you check out my awesome co-caster tonight, Techa. He's at Techa on Twitter. Very knowledgeable about the game. He's doing some awesome stuff and picking up on some great subtle details. So make sure you go check him out as well. But as I said, we'll be back in a couple of minutes with the finals. MyInsanity versus either Fast Forward or Playing with Pain is Pain, and that's going to be a best of 3, so the first multi-game series of the night. Make sure you follow the channel, donate and sub if you can, and I'll be right back with Techa for those finals.